The Seven of Judea, a golden sunrise breaks over Judea's rugged hills, 30 CE. The clatter of hooves and clash of steel echo faintly. A low war horn builds, pulsing with urgency. The screen flashes with quick cuts. A warhammer smashing a shield, a horse archer loosing arrows, a robed figure glowing faintly before vanishing into a crowd. Voiceover. In a world torn by empires and lifted by miracles, 7 warriors will forge a legend. The music swells, a thunderous drumbeat. A dusty Judean town appears, farmers clutching crude spears, fear in their eyes as dust clouds signal an approaching horde. A misty Germanic battlefield, strewn with bodies. Thorgrim the Bear, a towering barbarian in furs, lies lifeless, his warhammer beside him. A figure in white kneels, light flares, and Thorgrim gasps awake, eyes wide with shock. Thorgrim, who are you? Thorgrim the Germanic giant was slain by Roman steel, his tribe broken. Jesus raised him from death, whispering of purpose before disappearing. Now Thorgrim crosses seas to Judea, his warhammer a force to shatter armies. A Conan-like warrior, his savage strength and pagan heart drive him to find the man who defied his gods. But his hatred of Romans fuels reckless fury. A chaotic skirmish in the Roman East. Leonidas of Macedon, a bronze Greek mercenary, spears an enemy. A robed figure heals a dying comrade, then vanishes into the dust. Leonidas, no man has such power. Leonidas, heir to Alexander's Macedonian legacy, lives for glory. A mercenary hardened by war, he saw Jesus restore a soldier's life on a battlefield, then slip away. Drawn to Judea to test this divine warrior, he wields a spear and round shield with phalanx precision, turning villagers into a fighting force. His Greek pride sparks clashes, but his hunger for greatness binds him to the cause. An Egyptian village burns under a starry sky. Anhur of Thebes, in linen and wielding a curved blade, kneels by a dying child. A stranger's touch revives the child, then he's gone. Anhur, a god among men, Anhur, once a priest of Amun, took up the sword when unrest gripped Egypt. Jesus' healing of a child, followed by his vanishing, drove Anhur from his temple to seek this divine figure. His khopesh and dagger strike with ritualistic precision, his healing knowledge aiding allies. Torn between Egypt's gods and Jesus' power, his reserved nature hides a fierce loyalty. A Silk Road sandstorm rages, horses panicking. Wei Jian of Luoyang, lithe on horseback, nocks an arrow. A figure in white raises a hand, the storm stills, and he vanishes. Wei Yan, a sage of heaven, Wei Jian, a Han Dynasty cavalryman from China's frontier, saw Jesus calm a sandstorm, saving his caravan. Believing him an immortal sage, Wei rode to Judea, his recurved bow and Dao sword marking him as a master of mounted combat. His speed disrupts any foe, but his aloof discipline isolates him. Driven by Confucian duty, he seeks Jesus' wisdom to enlighten his homeland. Lucius, this changes everything. Lucius, a centurion under Pontius Pilate, was ordered to hunt Jesus as a rebel, but witnessing a leper's healing shook his Roman loyalty. Wielding a gladius and scutum, he commands with disciplined precision, forging order from chaos. Torn between duty and awe, he seeks truth while uniting a band of misfits. His leadership anchors the group, though his Roman arrogance stirs tension. An Indian village glows with torchlight. Arjun of Magadha, Kshatriya warrior, hears a stranger preach love, then watches him vanish. Arjun, an avatar walks among us. Arjun, a Kshatriya from Magadha, heard Jesus' gospel in India, then saw him disappear like a Vedic sage. Believing him an avatar of Vishnu, Arjun journeyed to Judea, his longbow and talwar sword honed by Vedic martial arts. His precision makes him a deadly marksman, but his caste pride clashes with the group's diversity. He seeks Jesus to bridge worlds, driven by spiritual duty. A Britannia grove pulses with shadows. Boudica of the Iceni, fierce and defiant, faces a demonic entity during a ritual. A figure in white banishes it with a word, its scream fading, then he's gone. Boudica, what power defies our gods? Boudica, an Iceni warrior from Britannia, saw Jesus cast out a demonic spirit from her village's sacred grove, its defeat shaking her Celtic beliefs. Driven by a vision, she crossed seas to Judea, her longsword and shield paired with chariot tactics, making her a whirlwind in battle. Her fiery independence fuels clashes, but her courage rallies the weak. She seeks Jesus to understand his dominion over spirits. Jerusalem's market explodes in chaos, a brawl against bandits. Thorgrim's warhammer smashes, Wei's arrows fly, Boudica's sword flashes. Lucius steps forward, his voice commanding. Lucius, this town needs warriors. Will you stand with me? The warriors exchange glances. Thorgrim grunts. Leonidas nods. Arjun strings his bow. They're in. Voiceover. They came to find a prophet whose miracles defy empires, but fate has forged them into saviors. The town, a humble settlement of Jewish farmers, faces annihilation from a barbarian horde, nomads and mercenaries seeking to plunder its stores. Lucius, his Roman garrison too small, unites the 7 warriors, their skills unmatched but their motives clashing. Driven by Jesus' miracles, they sought his ministry, but duty calls them to defend the helpless. Thorgrim roars, teaching farmers to swing clubs with fury, his warhammer a symbol of raw power. Leonidas drills shield walls, barking, "Hold the line," as villagers stumble but learn. Anhur blesses weapons with Egyptian chants, showing farmers how to bind wounds. Wei Jian trains archers on rooftops, his horse galloping past, arrows striking targets. Lucius fortifies walls with Roman precision, his gladius ever ready. Arjun teaches slingers to aim with deadly accuracy, his longbow a masterclass in precision. Boudica leads mock skirmishes, her war cry igniting courage in timid hearts. A villager protests, "Why trust foreigners?" Jesus appears, exorcising a demon from a child in a flash of light, then vanishes. The warriors freeze, their quest reignited. Voiceover. In a land where miracles walk, they'll forge farmers into fighters. The music surges, a thunderous crescendo. The barbarian horde charges, their numbers overwhelming. The warriors leap into action, Indiana Jones style heroics keeping them alive. Thorgrim smashes through raiders, dodging a collapsing gate with a roar. Leonidas holds a breach, his spear a blur, diving under a falling beam. Honor's Kopesh dances, weaving through spiked traps with mystic grace. Wei Jian gallops, arrows felling enemies, evading a lasso with a leap. Lucius deflects a javelin, rallying villagers with a shout. Arjun's longbow snipes from a tower, leaping to safety as it crumbles. Boudica charges, her shield blocking arrows, vaulting over a burning cart with a war cry. A villager betrays them, opening a gate. Thorgrim topples a cart to block the breach. Wei rescues a trapped farmer, their escapes thrilling. The townspeople, now warriors, wield slings and spears, their courage forged by the 7. Voiceover. Against a tide of steel they'll stand as one. A demonic shadow rises among the raiders, its eyes glowing, spreading panic. The warriors falter. Jesus appears, his voice a thunderclap. "Be gone!" The demon shrieks, banished in a blaze of light. Jesus vanishes, leaving the warriors awestruck. The battle turns, the warriors' skills shining. Thorgrim's warhammer crushes. Wei's arrows fly. Boudica's sword slashes. The townspeople hold their ground, slings felling raiders. Voiceover. Guided by a power beyond the battlefield, they'll become legends. The battle ends, the town battered but standing. The warriors, bloodied but alive, look to the horizon. Lucius grips his gladius resolute. Lucius, he's out there, we find him. Voiceover. From the makers of epic adventure comes a tale of courage, faith, and miracles. 7 warriors, one mission, a destiny that will echo through time. Title card, the 7 of Judea tagline. In a time of miracles, heroes will rise. Release coming soon to theaters. Join the quest. Witness the power. A final flash. Jesus' silhouette against a sunrise, the warriors riding toward it. Written by John Zerga Jr., the heavy metal prophet. Inspired by the film Magnificent Seven.